Hi guys, my name is Bears Bear. Oh, wait. Yeah, my name is Bears Bears. It's been a while since I made a video, but this is what I've been doing when I was gone, and like 5 other different things. This is my first video. So, here we have a lot of bears in front of me, and you're asking me why. Hey Bears Bears, where's Bears Miss?
What?
I'll tell you, this is how to make a bear tutorial, and then you can submit it to me, it could be added to the game if it's good enough. And you're probably wondering, well then how do I do it? Well, that's what the title of the video is. You gotta figure out how to do it. This is how you do it. So I have a few key points. You can't see them, but the very first one is about, so what about the texture of the bear? Do I always have to keep it as this bear? No. Let's first ungroup this. And we have the common one up already. That's negative, whatever. They're all sorted out, negative, common, and whatever. First of all, I need to make sure you don't touch any of these. If you touch these, I'm not accepting them. I'm not accepting your bear. So we first have the thing called bear itself. It's called bear. Touch it and see, it has all this in it. And I suggest don't touch this right now. But here is the mesh. The mesh is what makes up the bear, like how he looks like. So if I remove this, he's just a box. But the texture content, this is where you need to input your own texture. This texture right here, I'll put it in on the Google Drive. I'll submit at the bottom. But in here is the picture of the bear texture itself that you can edit and make it however you want. You can make it look as trash as mine, or you can make it actually look beautiful. I don't care what you do, but that's how you change the texture. So you upload your own texture, probably give me access to it or something, I don't know. And then yeah, my name is Bear2192 on Roblox, Nuke Launcher 447 if that matters. And what am I talking about? Yeah, you need I lost my train of thought. And then you put in your asset ID that you get from uploading it. I really hope I don't have to show you that, because it's not that difficult. It's in itself. If you need extra clarification, I'll just tell you in the comments if you type it up. So that's how you change the texture of it. So then you're wondering, well, bears, how do I get stuff on the bear itself? So this is what I do. It's a plugin that I have, and it's called where's the plugin? It's called Load Catalog Items, or Load Catalog. Wait, let me see. Load Catalog Items. It's this one right here. I'll also put it in the comments. This plugin is what you need to use. Either that one or this one. I hope it's not this one, but it's this one. I assume. You put this one in there. You use this one, and then here's what it does. You paste in your whatever Roblox ID you want. So I'll go get one randomly off of Roblox. I'll put in the asset, and that is not the asset ID. Yes, it is. I'll put it in here, load, and then once you load an asset, it will put it in it will be as a model. What you do with the model is you don't want to put the model inside of the bear. You would want to drag this onto the bear. But before we do that, we have to, where in the world are the bears? All the way over there. You have to do it like this. See how small this is? This is made for an actual Roblox avatar. This is not made for a big giant bear with bare teeth. This is made for an actual Roblox item. So you would want, if you want, this isn't just up to you, but I assume you want it to be bigger. You scale it up, and then you go here. You do not want to have the thumbnail configuration on. You delete that. You don't want avatar part scale type on. You delete that. you drag this accessory onto the bear, which now the bear, it will be on top of the bear. And then since now you have your accessory on and you wanted to put it in a nice place, like that doesn't look pretty nice to me, you wanted to put it on the next nice place, you have to move it with this, the hat attachment or whatever attachment it is called. Here you go to position, remove that, and then you can start moving it at any point. I don't know it myself. It's always gonna be default. It's always gonna be X, Y, Z. You know, Y goes up. Well, like X goes right or left. This goes forward and backward. So here is. Oh shoot. So I wanted to put it like right there. See, it is at 0x and 3y and 4z, and is on the ground basically, like all the other ones. I like the bear. This one's actually far more, but whatever. Also, I'm very lazy, and then every single bear is off the ground a little bit, and I don't really care. So there's also that. If you want to make a bear that with effort that has the bear on the ground, you could go into this one, because I did provide it for you. I'm very nice. I did provide you a little thing because I don't have this on all my bears. You would want to put it. Oh, that's a good bear right there. Honestly, never mind. I'll keep it like that. But you would have to use the attachment. It is called an Yeah, it's just called an attachment. You would want to use that to move it. And maybe if you don't like how it moved, or like what position is that, or orientation, you can do the same thing with the orientation at the bottom here. You go doo-doo. You can move them anywhere you want. And yeah, that's how you do attachments. Remember, you have to have this plugin if you want to do it. The plugin is free. I have it. You have it. Everyone's happy. And I mean, if you we're not talking about that yet. Moving the accessories. So how about this? We're gonna make up an issue right here. Maybe you have like a bear, right? You have a bear. You want to move the bear, or you want to make the bear smaller or bigger, and you do it like this. Actually, don't ever make a bear small like this. The whole model does not need to move. I'm not sure if that breaks anything, but I'm not letting you do that. If you do that and it's broken, I don't care. But do not also do this. Do not move it from inside of the, like, now see, there's supposed to be an accessory weld, and if it does not have that, 9 times out of 10 it is broken. So you move it within the model, you move the handle when it's still inside of the accessory, and then you try to move it because you did just want to scale it and it didn't move. The reason for this is because you scaled it while having it inside of the accessory. So if you want to scale it like really quick, how like this, you take the handle out of the accessory here, take the handle, put it there inside the model itself. You can do this, put it there, though it's broken because you did scale it a little bit. You fix your model real quick just so it works. So I'll probably have to like 2 in there. It can be like that, and it didn't break. But you have to take this handle out, put it in the outside, and then you can scale it. Also, another problem. No, I just remembered. Okay, yes. We'll talk about that later. Wait. Yeah. You have this model. You want to change it and stuff. It's right there. You can do it. You scaled it. Never move it because it's not gonna work. The only way you can move it and change its orientation is if you use the attachments here with the handle, the hat attachment, and whatever else attachment it says. You have to change it from in there. And let's see. I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't think there's any other ways you can break it. The one way you could break the model, I made it so every single one of these bears, I'm pretty sure, have a primary part. You go on the model itself, you click on it, you go down a little bit, it says primary part, humanoid root part. You gotta make sure this is to the humanoid root part, or else when you give it to me and I put it into the game, I mean, I guess I'll check it, but I don't really want to do that. Just save me the effort. The humanoid root part, it will be up in the sky. If your name is Poco, you would know that the koala did not have a humanoid root part like I thought I did. But, you know, I digress. And that's how you do the accessories. But maybe you don't want this accessory. Maybe you found an accessory that's so good, like on here. You think I could find a fat bear? What in the world is that? Okay, let's use this for an example. Let's get rid of Teto, Miku, and Naru. Okay, so maybe you want this instead. And maybe you don't want this bear. You don't like this bear, how it looks. You say, that's stupid, I don't want that bear. You do this. You remove the handle here, and then you're done. I'm just kidding. You see this? It has to be named handle. Make sure it is named handle. And it looks fine to me. This is the perfect scaling. And you take this handle. Actually, whatever. We'll go back to that. You take this handle, you put it into the bear, and you know how it didn't move. Wanna know? Quiz time! Control C this handle or attachment, and you can input and paste into. If you right click on the handle, paste into, and it maybe it doesn't work. Guys, I lied, it doesn't work. Bad example, guys. I'll just go back all the way back anyways. So theoretically it's supposed to work. I don't know why it isn't working. Do I just have to use a different model? No. Ooh, I'm not using that model. What is that? Is there just one of the big fat thing? I'll get this. Okay, well, for some reason that one didn't work. Okay, well, it's supposed to work. I don't know if parts are just broken on this server or what, because parts do work. You can use anything. It should be able to use anything. The only problem with inserting your own models is that you can't submit, like, let's use this panther model for example. You can't just put all this, I don't know what they're called, egg mesh. You just can't put all that into one accessory, or else it won't do anything at all. It will just be broken. So the only way you could maybe salvage this panther model is if you go to model up on top, union it, then you are able to get the model. But you won't be able to do that for everything. Let's go for here for a second. This has, is this Peter? No. You can't do this for this. You can't do the same thing you did for that. Or maybe you can. Because there will be times where a bear will just have, oh look. Is this the new redesign for Rainbow Bear? Let me know in the chat. Anyways, because there will be models at some point. That is not a baby. There will be a mesh. Two meshes cannot be unioned together. I wish I could find like an example of that. Is this a what is this? Okay, look. See, I like this model. I would definitely add this to the game. This is probably Peter's third cousin. I want this into the game. Oh, I'm gonna do it all now. have all these claws together. Union. That is not possible. You cannot have things with meshes or special meshes, or well, that's not mesh parts too. You cannot have mesh parts. You can't have any of that. This is a mesh part, just in case anyone wanted to know. This is a mesh part. I should add that to the game. Anyways, has to be a part. There has to be just it has to be all parts that do not have meshes on them, and then you can union them together and then name a handle, put it on here. It might be a little wonky, so you might have to do a little bit of testing on here, and you got all that. And then that's a way to find correct accessories. Can't find your own accessories? You go to the toolbox on the side. You can do that there. And if you want, you could also make your own, but it has to be one singular thing, or else you're gonna have to do a little bit of wonky movement for a model you really want. But I think that's it from that. And maybe you just don't want to make a bear at all. Let's get rid of the bear. And thankfully, all you have to do is hold on all of these, make the transparent 0, and then you get a person. One side back. Uh-oh, that's not good. I didn't make it so everyone has a... Well, when you're doing this, and if you really do want to make a human, you have to go to the humanoid, display distance type, and none. Okay? Make sure you do that. Body colors. Change the color however you want. If you use the... what's it called? Load catalog items, you have to do nothing. All you have to do is drag and drop and it will be put on there. And that's pretty much it for that, I think. I don't really know what you care for that. And if when you're making them, keep in mind what your rarity is. So this is negative. You don't want to make like some awesome freaking thing for a negative. You don't want to make some awesome freaking thing for a common. You don't want to also make a thing for... If you're gonna make something so unique, you would want to make it like a special through these 5 right here. You would want to make it one of these. And if I find that it's not that good, I'm making it lower. Or it's gonna go to negative. Actually, if you submit something and I don't like it at all, I'm making it negative. And that's just how cookie crumbles. I feel like that's it. I don't know if that's it or not. I'm gonna cut this. So if you want like a cool particle effect, search up particle, find whichever one you want, or maybe even make your own. Like maybe I want this on my bear to be on it for some reason. You take the particle emitter. It will be called particle emitter. Delete that, put it in wherever you want. I'll probably put it in the accessory bear, but there you could put it on there. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna give you the scripts for making noises. I'll do that myself if you tell me. You give me a DM on Discord. I mean, you're sending this on. You're supposed, whatever. This is the way you do it. You have to send it to me on Discord. Maybe I'll also make a channel where you could share your own models. No one's gonna do this, but yes, that's the you gotta do that. I don't know what I just said. I just talked like 3 sentences and I don't know a single word I just said. You got a part. I'm not giving you scripts. No scripts at all. If you want to do something like that, you either go on YouTube, search up a tutorial to make a sound script, or just ask Roblox GPT to make you a script. Or if you're actually a good scripter, you could do it yourself. I don't care. Just, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's also a big part. Don't make a giant bear. You're not allowed to make giant bears. You can't make a bear that's way too big, way too small. You do that and you're banned. Only I'm allowed to do that. There's that too. Make sure when you're on the accessory pages, don't go on an accessory that is a gear or a head. like a dynamic head. You cannot do those, or those will not work. But there is a workaround that I did find where it's called a bundle importer. I'm not going to give you this. I don't care enough that much for you to do it. There's a bundle importer. You could send in your bundle there. And then you can also put in the dynamic head, and it will also be counted as a bundle. But I'm not giving you that. If you really care that much, you get to find it yourself. And I'm pretty sure that's basically it. And in my honest opinion, if I don't understand your reference you're making, like if you do like a human and it's just some random dude that's your friend, I'm not accepting that unless it's like really funny. He looks like a dwarf. I don't know what would be funny enough to do that. And if you're making a badge bear, this is only for Poco because he's probably the only one who does it. You're stupid. Yeah, how about that? I will be in charge of the money it gives. If the name you made it sucks, I'm not letting you do it. I'm gonna change the name to myself. If it has a special animation, give me the animation. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you how to do animations. I'll just do it myself. Tell me if you need an animation, I'll do it for you. How about that? I'll do that for you. And I'm pretty sure that's it with all these bears. Make sure you keep in mind that the rarity you're making it for, if it looks trash, it's going to negative. I think that's it. Guys. That's pretty much it, guys. See ya. Whoa, I'm not Morse Critical. That's not my intro. My intro's this.